Within our lingering beliefs at this step of step 3 and in the real stage, at the point that they are right now, is stages of grief. We don't often think that we need to mourn beliefs that we don't have. We don't often think that we need to mourn parts of our life that we may have missed out on. You may have missed out on a vibrant childhood of safety and security. You may have missed out on the love that you should have received from the parents because they too are lost in their woundedness. That's how this cycle works. Pain is passed down. Generational trauma is a very real piece of the puzzle. So the stages of grief go like this. When they have a belief that's lingering them, let's say, I don't believe in love. The first thing that they are on the stages of grief is in maybe denial. So ask your client, do you think that this belief is valuable to you now? Do you think it can serve you now to believe in love? And they'll be like, no, I'm good. Denial. A part of their heart will tell you that they need to mourn this because they have believed this to be true. That is a denial. The second stage of grief that people move into is anger. They establish and go, wow, I'm really pissed off about this. Why don't I have this belief? They start to come to the awareness that they believed this for so long, and it's now actually hindered much of their life, and they see this as a regret, so then they get angry. And anger is a natural cycle within the stages of grief. And in the stages of grief, as we all know, they oscillate back and forth and up and down before they really come to acceptance and forgiveness. The third step, which is what I see most common in the Ahava path, people get through denial. They admit that maybe this belief isn't serving them. They can kind of get past the anger, but this is what they really do. They bargain. I know I'm going to have the belief here, but not over here. I'm going to believe it sometimes here with these people, but not over here. That's called bargaining. You're bargaining a belief and choosing when you think you can turn it on and off. And that is a fallacy. That is a complete fallacy. That is a bargaining state that they have around that belief. The fourth is depression. The fourth stage of grief is really depression. That's when we start to experience the feelings. We need to get there with our beliefs. We need to get there within ourselves. We need to feel our feelings. Now, not depression that feels like you're never going to come out of it, but it's mostly just for you to acknowledge and to feel empathy and the feelings that you need to have around the fact that this is a belief that you didn't get, that it was denied to you in some cases. Then we move to step 5, which is acceptance. Can I accept that these beliefs served me when I needed them to serve me? Can I accept that as a truth? But can I equally accept that they no longer serve me now? And that's ultimately the stages of grief that we go through with our belief structure. The final step, which isn't on every stages of grief, is I believe forgiveness. Can I forgive the act itself of when I lost something? I lost this belief structure. This belief structure was projected onto me by people who were equally in pain. Can I reframe this whole story I've been telling myself so that I can actually look at it in a moment of truth and say, I forgive, because I know they're also been in emotionally pain and they inherited pain and they formed a belief structure and they passed it generationally down until someone said, this no longer serves me. And it's okay that it didn't. And getting to acceptance and forgiveness is the ultimate path of the stages of grief. Watch the videos that we have around that and start to think about your own life. Start to take those lingering beliefs you have and put it against a grief scale and say, what do I have left to grieve about this belief?